All right, welcome everybody to the MAE Podcast. Jesus, I can't lean in for that light. It's happy to have everybody again, and we got another episode for you guys today with a little bit different. We got the other letter. We had M and E, and now we finally have A. And
we did it.
Hi, my name's Alec Coleman. I know I've been putting off the podcast for a little bit, but I'm here and I'm ready for tonight.
There he is.
He's made it. We are finally the MAE Podcast.
Yeah, it's like people made comments. Well, only one person made comment. Luke Gravitt commented and said, "Where's this Alec guy?
Where's the A?
Is that nerd?" So yeah, but today's episode, we are focusing on want to let Alec take the reins a little bit on it. And since we're letting Alec focus a little bit, we're going to talk about kind of what he's going into now and something that, imagine some people have to deal with and are focusing on, but it's enlisting. So Alec can talk about this, but yeah, go ahead and take it away,
Alec. I can say whatever really about it.
All right. Well, first question.
Yeah.
Enlisting. What are you enlisting into?
Well, I didn't pass my semester at Western Carolina University exactly. I kind of got a 0.00, which wasn't that good because I was dealing with like mental illness and all that stuff. Yeah. So I drove over to the Silver Walmart, and this guy was standing outside. His name was John. He's like, "Hey, have you ever thought about enlisting?" I was like, "Not so much." And he's like, "Well, I mean, I can talk to you for like 3 hours." And so we talked for a little bit. And he's like, "So, are you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you want to take the PSAT, which is not the PSAT, ASAB, which is like the practice military test?" And I got a 68 on that. And he's like, "Well, out of 80, which isn't bad."
Ain't bad.
Okay, that's good.
That's a B.
We took a picture together, and we were just like holding crayons in our mouth. He's like, "Well, I'll send this to my boss because this is pretty dope." But
holding crayons in your mouth, like a cigarette, kind of holding a crayon in your mouth, or like a little kid that just figured out how to put stuff in his mouth,
or like a weed
holding crayons. Yeah.
No, because Marines eat cigarettes.
Oh, Marines eat cigarettes.
They also eat crayons. It's a joke.
Oh, wait, they eat
every time I see
eat cigarettes.
Every time I see military like stuff online, Patrick, Michael, yeah, Mike, Jesus, saying all these wrong names. Alec can attest to it. But yeah, there's always the branches like to make fun of each other. I think I'd say the Marines or the Army where they joke that they just eat crayons.
And then everybody jokes about the Navy, is at least what I know. Even the Navy jokes about themselves.
Yeah, Alec, you can attest to that, right?
Yeah, I mean, my sister has jokes, and my dad has jokes, and Edmonds has jokes. I'm trying to gain Edmonds' respect more than anything, I think, so. Which is something he's seems to be giving me.
Yeah, hey, for whoever doesn't know, we're friends with friends. we know Alec's brother, who is also in the Marines, and Alec comes from a family of a lot of military service, as he said, with his father and his sister as well. So did you feel when you were I know you said you just kind of talked to a recruit at Walmart, had that kind of been in the back of your mind for a while before then, or was it something that you think really the recruiter decided, like convinced you of?
I mean, he kind of talked me into it because he said my ASAP was pretty solid. I've been to the gym 5 days a week. Every day I work at Chick-fil-A. I open up at Chick-fil-A. I do 100 push-ups, 100 crunches. I mean, I've been doing my workout that my friend Steven, my sister's fiance, sends me daily.
Do you also do 100 squats and a 10-kilometer run? So you do the full One Punch Man workout?
I mean, I'm getting into it, but yeah, I mean, I try to do all that. I try to drink water, coffee every morning, and then, I mean, I'm also going to be coaching at the Franklin High School, which is the local high school by me.
What are you coaching?
I'm going to be cross country. with the girls coach.
Nice. So you mentioned about exercising in that. So what are your goals for it, and what do you expect when it comes to the physical side of it in terms of preparing for something like this? Like, what are you needing? What do you think is the best for preparing for this? You know, because the basic and all that can be quite physically and mentally demanding. So,
Right. So I want to put on at least 30 pounds. Hopefully I'm going to be going in at 170, which isn't too bad. I mean, the maximum pull-ups is 10. The fastest you can run 1.5 miles is just under 13 minutes. The push-ups is 102 minutes, and then 100 crunches in 2 minutes. So I've been trying to push the envelope every day and just work out as hard as I can, I guess.
Gotcha. So you're kind of basing it on the goals, like the specific goals of the Marine training, at least what
right.
you're.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a time limit for the 10 pull-ups? And then do they do it like the traditional pull-up, or like chin-ups allowed?
It's going to be 10 lockdown pull-ups, just straight up. I mean, it's minimum 5 for girls, I think, and then it's 10 for guys.
Gotcha. It's gonna be quite demanding, I imagine, getting ready for that. But you get a lot of times. So when do you start? So when do you start basic?
I'm starting in August. It's gonna be 13 weeks of basic training. I mean, the guy I talked to said it was 80% mental and 20% physical, pretty much.
Yeah,
gotcha.
That's a lot of what I've heard regarding anything in the military. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have to shoot at 500 yards, which, I mean, I guess it's in my blood to shoot.
What is that noise?
What's up?
There's something going whoosh, whoosh.
That's my computer. It's kind of loud.
Weird noise.
Wait, what is your computer doing that it sounds like it's scratching itself?
Yeah, it sounded like you're like swiping on the like here's a mic, you're going whoosh whoosh.
Nah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I mean, you've shot before, right? Have you shot you shot before? Your parents, I feel like your parents own your family owns guns, right?
Yeah, but do they trust him with them? That's the biggest question.
Yeah, that is a question. My family wouldn't trust me. I've shot guns before. When I went to visit my roommate, I was telling Evan about my roommate Patrick, who's in New York. He has like a couple 100-acre like house area. Okay. Not the house itself, but the area they own is like a couple 100 acres of just land. And so he has an area that's like a huge, like, I think they go up to like 100 yards or something. So like 100 yards, and then they have a bunch of things set up, as well as their own built-in like kind of shooting box. I don't know how to describe it. Firing range kind of thing. But yeah, they have a lot of guns. His dad has like a vault of guns, and there's so much. When we walked in, he had a 50 cal on the table, and he did not let us shoot that. He did not let us shoot that. Sadly. Okay. The most I shot was up to a 308.
Gotcha.
Which is not the smallest anyway. But Alec, what are you? Do you have any experience with that then? Like, do you feel like you have any experiences or like skills that are going to translate well to the Marines based on just your growing up and everything? Do you feel like there's a lot of stuff that you have that goes well to it, or do you think it's going to be a big adjustment for you?
I mean, I feel like it might be a big adjustment. I mean, I've shot with the Boy Scouts. I've shot back in Ohio. I used to shoot, I used to hunt. I used to shoot, like, I could shoot 200 yards pretty solidly with a 22, which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole mindset is I'm trying to get into, like, my mom's mostly worried about this. She's like, you might be, put into, war zone. You might have to kill someone. I'm like, well, I mean, it's part of the job, I guess.
Yeah, I'm about to say, how does it feel mentally thinking about that? Because that's always a big thing when it comes to military stuff.
Right.
Thinking about deployment. I know you're so you can probably mention this in a bit, but yeah, you talk about do you think you're going to have to do something like that, and how do you feel about thinking about going into that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind deploying. Preferably, I'll be in Japan or something like that. I'll be on a military base. I mean, I don't exactly know the wars that we're going through right now, but I mean, I know my brother. I mean, I'm here to serve. My brother serves. He's in deployment in Syria, and I mean, he's been shot at. He's shot at people, but he hasn't actually shot anyone yet. But I mean, if it's for my country, then it's not that big of a deal, I guess.
Yeah,
I know it's taking someone's life that I don't exactly know, and they have like a family, kids. But...
Yeah, I feel like something that heavy can't just be like, oh, I think, because you can think like all you want, but once you actually get to it, it's a completely like different mindset. Because when you're actually in war, like you're not thinking like a civilian, I would assume. I don't actually know.
Yeah, one would assume, but yeah, that's got to be a whole different thing. So yeah, you're right. It's like it's hard to really say anything now because it's like you don't really know how it's going to be when it actually happens. You can like expecting it and thinking about it, but it's like I feel like it's just its whole other thing. Yeah. So, what were you gonna say, Alec?
I mean, nothing. I mean, if you have questions, I'll answer them. But
yeah. So, sorry. That's what I was going to say. So for, you're talking about deployment and that, are you hoping for long-term employment with the military? Are you hoping for just something to be able to put towards like a GI Bill to put towards college? What are you trying to personally get out of serving?
Yeah, so I want to be 4 years in the Marines, and then I might want to make a job out of it. Preferably I'll do 20 years, and then I'll get my GI Bill, which could hopefully go to Auburn, because I want to graduate from Auburn.
Yeah.
And I also want to, I want to do like a club lacrosse team as Marine, which they have like at the barracks.
Oh yeah, that's
true. That at Auburn.
That'd be really cool, being a part of something like that, because they have it's big things. I mean, like obviously the Army and Navy, the Army Navy game for football is always big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know like rugby's huge, but it's not something I could get into, I don't think.
You have to bulk up significantly for rugby. I had a roommate who did rugby in freshman year. Dude was small, but he was stacked. He was big dude.
Yeah, Cohen does rugby over at OSU. He used to run.
Who's Cohen? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, he's a stocky. He was always a stocky guy. Yeah, he can definitely do that.
Yeah, he's built though.
Yeah.
I think I remember Cohen. That has been so long since I've heard that name.
We all, for those who don't know, we've all done cross country together. Alec and I ran in high school together, but Evan was also in middle school for a little bit with us as well. So we've all run
in high school, man. No, sir. I just did swimming.
Right. Max was pretty fast though.
Yeah, it's okay. What was my best time? 17:45 or something? Yeah, I think that was my best time.
I thought it was 18:01. I thought you didn't break 18.
Yeah, but that was the thing. It took forever because that time was like freshman year or sophomore year, and then I got freaking anemia and it messed up my whole junior year. And then senior year I had to come back from it. But yeah, 17:45 was my best. Alec, what was your best time? College runner.
I mean, I ran a 16:26 5K. I could do a 4:52 mile, and I could do a 9:52 2 mile. I mean, my brother was also top of the team. He was pretty freaking quick because he put down a 15:23 5K. and he got, recruited to West Point, but, he joined the climbing team instead. So
yeah, that's one thing you'll find with cross country runners. Rarely do they join do cross country in college. I don't think anybody from our team did, because I think Stump did it for maybe a year or something, maybe not even a year, which was one of our faster runners. Yeah, I think Alec, he didn't do it for very long, did he?
I know he didn't do it.
No, Stump did it for a year.
Yeah.
Stump did it for a year. Eugene did it all 4 years because he had like fat phases, and then he had like bulk up phases where he got skinnier. I mean, Edmund didn't even do his first practice. I don't think Luke ran either.
Dang. Yeah, we got a lot of people from our cross country teams, which we'll probably do another one on cross country and running in general, because we all have kind of different experiences with it.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm hoping to eventually. I'm actually trying to start once I get to like Georgia. I kind of want to start training for something like a half marathon. I'd like to do one of those.
Dude, you should start doing like the ultra
want...
runner stuff, like the 100 miles running through the woods.
Ooh, funny enough, my roommate and his girlfriend, they're going out west, and that's what they're going to start training. They did a half marathon. They trained for a marathon next. Then after that, they're going to try for ultra marathon stuff.
Dude, those ultra runners are absolutely insane.
Gosh, yeah, I bet. What'd you say, Alec?
I want to do a Tough Mudder this summer.
Oh, I've done one.
Which is like a 5K. I mean, if you want to do it together, there's one in DC, there's one in Ohio, there's one in Georgia. I mean, I just have to get my 5K time down.
Yeah, well, funny enough, do you do that one? Like, isn't there the one that lasts like 3 hours? That's the one I did.
I mean, you're all on you're all on a team. You get to like have teammates, and I've talked to the girls at the gym about it. She said it'd be pretty badass for me to do. There's like also a half marathon. I think I'd be more comfortable with the 5K though.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I did a Tough Mudder race in Ohio with my friend, my roommate and his girlfriend. It was a ton of fun. I did the really long one, so we were running for like 3 hours. Not running straight. We would stop sometimes and walk, because it's just the thing of like doing fun obstacles. But we did every obstacle except for one where it was basically just live wires and we had to army crawl through it. You get shocked. And
they were how much voltage was running?
Not that
they
high,
were actually telephone wires. There's like 300 volts running through.
Yeah, it would
kill you on impact.
No, but it was like a kick in the ass. Like if you got hit, it hurt.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the electric wiring stuff was the worst. I'll talk about that another time. But
yeah, there's actually a Tough Mudder in Michigan, which is on the 18th, the 19th. I mean, I'm sure there's
the 18th and 19th of
June.
Okay. I thought you were talking about May, because it's like that is tomorrow. So.
Right. I'm not going to be in Ohio.
We'll definitely have to do an episode regarding running and that, because the Tough Mudder and stuff. I'll talk about that because I got plenty of stories for that. I got basically when it was there. Right. Actually no, I'll tell that story now, because I'll talk more about it in depth, but I'll talk about the fun side of it. When we were there, Jack Daniels had there's a couple companies that sponsor it. So
like
every man
Jack Daniels was there. Mr. Daniels
Jack himself. But they had a bunch of like these little bottles. But they had a bunch of stands, so you got free stuff. So it was like protein, like free Everyman Jack like body wash stuff, and then whiskey. So I had maybe like 5 or 6 or more in a very short amount of time of these bottles of whiskey, little bottles of whiskey. I got I didn't get like blackout, but I was really trashed at like 2:00, and then I had to drive back with my friends, and I felt like garbage. I felt so bad. That did not sit well in my stomach. I felt like sick. I never got sick, but like we had to stop at one point for like maybe like 30 minutes in the bathroom because I kept feeling I was going to throw up. But then eventually it passed and I just passed out in the back seat. But gosh, I got trashed. I wanted to do. They were doing a like a tug of war thing I wanted to get into, but they wouldn't let me because I was drunk.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, to pull it back a little bit.
Yeah, away from that.
Have you done the?
What was your question, Alec?
Max, have you done the beer mile by chance?
No, what is that?
You chug a beer each lap of the mile. I've done the milk mile, which is equally as hard. You're pretty drunk. And I mean, I ran in like a 6:30 mile, which.
Wait, how many laps is a mile? Is it 4?
4.
It's 4, Evan.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember a little bit.
You can do the beer half mile, which is like you gotta shot him though, which is pretty tough.
Got a shotgun, a bunch of
But
beers.
the milk one is hard.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Wait, how much milk do you have to chug each lap? Is it like a glass? Like half gallon?
Just half a gallon.
Oh god.
Half a gallon each lap?
That's a lot of milk.
That's 2 gallons of milk in like 16 to like 18 minutes.
Right. That's a lot.
It's a lot of milk.
It might just be a glass, but.
Okay, a glass sounds better because then that would be equivalent to like chugging a beer.
Yeah, more reasonable there.
A half gallon of milk each lap, you'd die. I die.
I could not. That's a lot of milk to be running on.
I shit myself before.
What'd you say, Alec?
Do you want to run in Raleigh together?
Not while we're at the convention.
Not so much.
Nah, because I'll just be trying to enjoy it. Maybe I'm gonna do like stretches and exercise at home and all that. But yeah, good thing to say. We're also gonna be going to a convention soon. So this is just the next thing that we're talking. We're gonna get back to our main topic, of course. But we're also gonna be going to a convention next week. All 3 of us and another friend. And we're gonna do another episode kind of talking about that, just our experience with it. Kind of like what we did when I talked about Colossal Con. We talked about this one in Raleigh. But that'll be for next time. So. But back to since we'll try to get folks back on the whole service thing. What do you so why didn't you want to serve out of high school? So let's ask, like a lot of people do service right out of high school and that. What why did you not want to, and do you think that's changed your perspective or anything on it? Like, do you feel it's going to be weird? Is there going to be a lot of you like younger people serving with you, or how is that?
I mean, I always wanted to go to college right out of high school, which was because I wanted to run cross country at University of Rio Grande. And then, I mean, I ran for a year, and then I got a stress fracture, so that fell through. And then I ended up going to Ohio State in Mansfield, which I made pretty good grades at. And I couldn't run exactly then, but I mean, from there I went to Western, which is like my 3rd school. Cool cats. But I really didn't want to enlist right out because I wasn't ready to enlist. Like I wasn't as big as I was or am. Like senior year I was pretty stocky, but like I wasn't too strong or anything.
Mm-hmm. What about mentally are you feeling towards it? Like I know we talk about the whole killing thing, but just generally, like, you know what you're gonna have to go through in terms of just structure, order, the drill sergeants, all that stuff.
Right. I mean, mentally, I'm not too worried about it. There's a couple things I am like very worried about. Like you can't have nicotine at boot camp. You can't smoke cigarettes at boot camp. You can drink at boot camp. You can't beat off at boot camp either, since you're in the barracks with a bunch of.
It's anarchy. What?
This is torture. No person can live under these conditions.
Inhumane.
Like you'd have to sneak it in the shower or something.
Yeah.
And they also like make
they check
like,
the drains.
Right. They also like
they link it
they,
back.
like,
They DNA test it.
They like get really close to you and like they like shave your face and they shave like your chest hair and shit like that. I don't have any chest hair, but
Do they shave your balls?
I mean, yeah.
Show me your balls, Private. Let me shave them.
I hope my bunkmate's cool. I feel like he should be pretty dope though.
Yeah.
I mean, it could literally be anybody.
Yeah, really. It's a big mixture of people, I feel like.
That's what it's like.
That's something. What is the, by the way, what does the E thing mean? The E1,
Yeah.
E2, E5, what's that mean?
I'm going in as an E2, since I have a associate's degree at Ohio State, Mansfield. I want to get an MS 68, which is marine biology and oceanography, which I kind of want to be down in San Diego for. And I mean, hopefully pull some girls, preferably.
That why? Is that the only reason you want to be there? Is that all the reason you're gonna go to freaking San Diego? Not for being on the coast. You're gonna go there for just the girls.
I mean, yeah, kinda. I mean,
He's honest.
not-
What can we say? He's completely honest. An
Yeah,
open book.
Hey, just
I'm
to be
going to
honest.
San Diego for the bitches.
Shameless.
If,
But you,
if
but
not,
you,
you know, a southern.
continue. Sorry. No.
If not, a southern broad would be cool.
Who says broad anymore? Southern broad.
Right.
Wait,
He's
so
so
you talk
hip
about
and happening.
So you talk about Auburn though. So are you trying to like go to both, or like? Because I know you want to go to school and graduate from Auburn, but do you want to like? Are you trying to study in San Diego or out west? You know, what do you think about doing
Yeah.
about that?
I mean, I preferably want to graduate from Auburn. I mean, if I get big enough, there's a chance, because I can. Okay, this is like high hopes, but there's a chance I could I could redshirt and maybe play football at Jordan Hare. I'd have to put on like a lot more weight though.
What football? You trying to want to play football? I said that completely wrong.
Yeah.
You want to try to play?
You trying to want to play football?
I mean,
I can't speak.
the running backs are like 210, 220. They're preferably, you know, black, but I mean,
If you can show, if you can show your speed,
I'd say they're preferably fast and short so they can sneak through, not necessarily
Right.
they're preferably one color.
Right.
But yeah, hey, I mean, if you get
it
this,
happened.
you get the strength and the speed, you know, could definitely something like that happen. So sounds like you got a lot of like possible goals within this. Are you hoping to, if you graduate with, you mentioned about marine biology, oceanography, are you trying to work in, return to the military and work like full-time in the military, like after service, just work a job in the military doing that? Or do you want to just go from there and work in an actual company, in a different company?
I want to work in the military. I probably going to work the next 16 years through my MS, which would be cool. I mean, in San Diego, wouldn't be too bad. I burn pretty badly.
Yeah, you might have to tan up a little bit. Yeah.
Right, because I'm going to be in Paris Island in August, and it's going to be probably 100 degrees most days.
Oh.
So maybe I'll get tan. Maybe I'll just burn.
Might just be a red man. It was covered in red.
Right, I might be a tomato again.
Just look like a tomato by the end.
I mean, at Western, I used to get really burnt because I go and play golf, and I get drunk on the golf course, and I go to like my finals, and all the teachers like, "You're really burnt." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Like,
Well, did you
Thanks for
play
pointing it
golf?
out.
Did you play golf, get drunk, and then go to finals like the same day?
No, I feel like it was the next
the
day.
It was the week before,
Oh, okay.
and I had to get my friend to like carry me off the course. I'm like, I'm hammered right now, bro. He's like, all right, well, we got 8 more holes. I said, okay.
You're just past halfway.
I'm like 10 under par right now, man.
Can't mess up a game like that. 10 under par? I don't know golf. I know 10 under par.
I mean, this is the first time I ever played golf. So.
All right, so is there anything else you're looking forward to with military deployment? I don't know. Is it how does it feel with like making your like being a part of a family of service? Like, did you feel kind of that pressure to do it beforehand, or does it feel like nice now that you feel like, oh, you're kind of the part of the family thing of that?
I mean, it feels cool to be kind of part of the family, excluding my sister Jessa, since I guess she's the only one that won't be in the service.
Mm-hmm.
Her and her boyfriend are most likely moving to Africa, though, probably the Congo. I think that's in Africa, because she's like in natural air and natural resources, and that's kind of his job, surrounding field.
That's cool. Hey, that's really sweet. So they're doing like a humanitarian kind of thing, or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she wants to work for the capital, and he will just work at a small natural gas business.
That's pretty sweet. So, but yeah, you as you said, you come from a line of military service, so that's always been a part of your family there. But.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do you know how long your service is? Because I know some people, it's like 10, 20 years, etc., etc.
Right. I mean, I'm probably shooting for 8 or 10 years, and then I can join. I can go to Auburn. I mean, I can make a career of it if I really want to. I mean, I'm trying to step up, maybe be an E5 by the time I get out, which, you know, makes a nice hundo or a nice 6 figures as an E5, E6.
That's pretty nice, yeah. Nice 6 figures there.
Right.
We all make 6 figures already, so it's fine.
Right. I also want a cool Mustang M8 before I go to boot camp, it's like $45,000. I'm gonna sell Gretchen. I'm gonna get $10,000 on him there. My car.
Yeah. Well, what is your car for those that don't know?
Yeah, what kind of car do you got?
I have a 2013 CRV AWD owned by Gary Coleman. He's my dependent right now. So.
Who is Gary Coleman?
He's your dependent. Your father is your dependent right now? Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I live with my mom and dad right now, so.
Well, no, that's not unfortunate, but you just said Gary's your dependent.
Yeah,
your father is your dependent. Do you mean the other way around, that you're the dependent?
Oh, yeah, I'm the dependent. My dad signs off.
There we go.
Yeah, no, you mean, yeah, they sign. Which is fair. I mean, that's what my parents have. My parents have my car under their name, so it's fine. I get it.
Please respect Gary Coleman, though. Thank you.
Yeah, you should preface that that's your dad and not the famous Gary Coleman.
Who's the famous Gary Coleman?
The guy who made the Coleman grill. Who's a boxer.
Huh.
No, he's black. That's Mike Tyson.
That's another boxer, and no.
Wait, who made the grill? Because Gary Coleman is a black actor that died in his 30s.
Oh, I may be completely wrong. Who made the grill? Who made the Coleman grill? Wait, I'm thinking of George Foreman. Damn it!
No.
I thought of George Foreman. You're right, Gary Coleman. I think he was an actor. You're completely right. Ignore me. There he is.
No, okay. You're not wrong in a way, because I just looked it up. Gary Coleman is the fictionalized version of an actor who played him, and is the owner of his own grill, which are the Gary Coleman grills.
Okay.
They're grills that have an MP3 3-player installed inside that costs $40. So you're not wrong, but you're also very, very wrong.
That's not what you can't expect it. That's what I expected. Okay. Well,
it's from Jake. It's from Drake and Josh, the Gary Coleman grill.
Is that from Drake and Josh?
It is.
Alec, did you know this?
It's in the 12th episode of the 2nd season.
Well, I guess it's time to rewatch Drake and Josh then.
Yeah. I know.
Did you watch that video? The video came out about Drake and Josh's relationship, and they kind of were talking about how they have a really weird thing about how Josh kind of acts like they were never friends and everything. But then they also brought up how there was trying to be a new like Drake and Josh series where it was Drake and Josh like current basically now where Drake is a failed musician and Josh is like a wealthy businessman.
Oh no, they weren't gonna start that, were they?
I think it's real. It was. I mean, I guess I don't know for sure because I didn't look into it that much. But I was watching a critical video and he talked about it.
Drake's in like $2 million of debt, and he also came out and said he wanted to like kill himself because of the show, and like him and Josh aren't even like friends anymore.
Yeah, he's having a rough time though. I don't feel bad for Drake, being that he's a pedophile.
Dan Snyder, though, am I right?
Dan Snyder. That's a whole nother thing.
We don't have to talk about that since it's not too relevant right now.
Yeah, we'll keep it for another time. We'll keep Dan Snyder talk for another time.
We'll keep Dan Snyder on the back burner.
We'll keep him on the back burner. We'll keep him in mind. But I do have one other question, Alec. So for people who are going to serve, are planning on it, have already enlisted and are waiting to serve, is there certain recommendations you give for like preparing for it? Or I know you haven't started serving it and you're still in the preparation phase, but is there stuff that you've recommended from your parents, your family of military, or just from your own experience about getting ready for that?
Right. I mean, you need to be mentally tough more than anything going in. You need to preferably get your weight up. You should be weighing at least 180 to 175, 180 going in. I mean, this is all different for branches. I mean, if you're a girl, you should be pushing 150 to 160. Like physically, it's very demanding, but I mean, you should know your body. You should know how much you should weigh, how much you should work out. I mean, at the end of the day, you're just trying to get big.
Gotcha.
Which, I mean, I'm trying to put on the weight, so. And JJ will hold me accountable. I'm 156 right now. So preferably by the summer, I'll weigh 170. Because I'm eating 5 meals a day, taking whey protein, all that noise.
So it's a recommendation about putting on some more muscle in that, not as much about being more lean or anything. Because what about for somebody who has more weight?
I mean, it's key that you should most likely lose the weight, but you're going to want to be less lean, like you're going to want to be stocky. I mean, my build, I'm pretty stocky as it is, but you want to go in and be like just a tough, not a pussy. And be able to, do 10 push-ups or 100 push-ups, all that noise.
So what are those requirements you said?
For men, it's 10 pull-ups. For girls, it's 5 pull-ups. For boys, it's 100 push-ups, 100 crunches, 100 squats, 1.5 mile run under 13 minutes. I don't exactly know what the girls' stuff is, but I mean, I'm not a girl, so.
Is it 100 consecutive push-ups?
100 push-ups in 2 minutes.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm doing 50 most mornings.
Consecutive?
Right. Yeah, consecutive. Because that's kind of what I. What's up?
Big man.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna be huge for the anime.
Yeah, you're gonna be big for the convention we're going to. By the way, I'm also having a Marine shirt on. As for people who don't know.
Oh yeah.
which I got from doing a pull-up contest at a EDM concert, because that's where Marines go to recruit for some reason.
Right. Heads up, I'm getting a Megumine tattoo on May 20th before the convention. It's gonna be all black. It's already paid in full.
Do you have a image of it? Can you like share a picture of it or anything? Like
Sure.
on the Zoom call or anything?
Yeah.
Well, not just a picture on your phone. Can you share your screen and show it?
No, I just have it on my phone.
Okay.
This girl is doing it though. It's gonna be all black. $200. Pretty tough.
Do you feel like you're gonna get bullied?
Yeah, do you feel like you're gonna get bullied in the Marines for having something like that? I feel like they spot that and then just absolutely drill into it.
Well, is it on your pants? Like where on your pants? Is it
on your pants?
It's gonna be on my thigh preferably, but I'm not here to be a pussy, so if they want to call me out, or my dad says the biggest thing is like people that are bullies in the military. Anime is cool. I don't mind it.
Turns out they all have the same tattoo.
Yeah, was that
like you guys go into like the shower and then they're just like, dude, no way, I got that one too, and then they like show you their ass.
Yeah, it's like, I got it on my butt right here.
Right. I mean, I'm probably gonna get a Semper Fi tattoo like on my arm or something. The recruiter said don't go in with that stuff though.
Yeah, I can see why you don't want to go in with that.
Right.
All right. Well, sounds like you're kind of ready for it as much as you can be, and you're getting ready for it. So,
yeah, for sure.
Appreciate your perspective on it. Evan and I, we don't have any experience with this because we don't really have any military in our family. At least I don't know for Evan. I don't, but
my dad was in the Army, but never needed to serve during his time in the military.
Was he like reserves?
He was training to be a combat medic, and he was mainly using it to help pay for college.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I do not have any experience with it because I just went right to college and right to grad school.
And I went right to college and now to the workforce. But Alec, I was going to say, what do you say? Do you recommend this path to people? I know this, people have a lot of different paths of life in terms of wanting to go to college, when to go. Do you recommend this as a means of like, even if people don't want to go in the military for their life, but maybe just for people who want to go for college, who just want the like experience of, having this something for that? Like, what do you think is like the benefits of it for somebody?
I mean, I've been trying to talk other people. I know this guy, David, he's homeless. He lives in Franklin. He has like a mistress, all that noise. He doesn't have a car. So I'm trying to talk him into joining because he could go in as an E1. He has a high school graduation though. Mm-hmm. He's on drugs, but I'm sure he can get off of them. But yeah, I mean, if you're serious out of high school, if you're serious after college, I mean, if college just isn't your thing, like it wasn't really my thing too much, but like if you're looking for something to do and you're looking for like you want to serve your country or all that noise, I mean, hell, I might be a recruiter one day. I could see it happening.
Yeah, maybe so.
Go to like college and go to high schools and be like, you want to be a fucking pussy, man?
Yeah, just calling them out in the cafeteria. But yeah, so what do you think, like in terms of that, do you think it's a good way of like helping when it comes to struggles with, if addiction, or I mean, I know addiction is a whole different thing, but when it comes to having struggles with that and like creating maybe more order or organization in your life?
For sure. I mean, I have a lot of organization, like right after I left school. Like the last 5 weeks, I kind of decided, I was like, hey, it's not too hard to take care of your body. It's not too hard to take care of yourself. So like my bed's made, my room's pretty clean. I mean, I put all my shit away, all my clothes away, all that noise.
And you look handsome.
I'm eating like, right. Yeah, for sure. but I mean, there's still anime stuff in my room. So,
Hey, that's not
yeah,
stuff, that's nothing to be ashamed of.
He's already showing shame. He's gonna break. They're gonna break him.
Yeah, I bet you like anime, son. Yeah, I can't wait till you tell them. Yeah, I can't wait till you tell me you're a fan of like Megumin and Konosuba, and they make fun of you for that. Like they're like, Konosuba's garbage. That's not a man's anime.
That's not Dragon Ball Z.
But definitely with like addiction and stuff is something that you'd have to overcome. I know a lot of people aren't exactly addicted to cigarettes or nicotine or drinking or whatever, but my, E5, he's like big on drugs, and he's like, hey, don't do any drugs this summer, preferably. So I'm probably not gonna smoke. Right? I'm probably not gonna smoke. I might vape or smoke a cigarette. I mean, he's getting on me for it though.
Yeah.
He's like, the shit needs to be out of your system by boot camp, or you're gonna get drug tested.
Do you think it's a good way? I mean, for one, drug testing, but do you think being in this environment is something to help with? Maybe you don't have addiction, but kind of dependency, where you kind of maybe do it a lot. Do you think it helps with stuff like that?
I mean, my dad says I have a pretty strong dependency on, I mean, he knows I smoke, like vape. He knows I smoke. I mean, I gave my dad my cigarettes when I got him from school. There's like a pack left. He's like, here you go, Dad. Like, you can have these. He's like, this is the worst shit you can do to your body. I said, yeah. And he said, I've always had like an addictive personality. And he's like, do you drink at college? I'm like, sometimes. He's like, you need to know when drinking is too much. You need to know your limit. Like, I went to a party this Saturday before the end of the semester, and I was drinking with my friend Charles and Zach and Tyler, and I was also high. I had an edible, and so
crossfading is never a good idea.
Right. Yeah, I had 8 beers and I had 3 shots. And this broad was like trying to get me to like take more shots of their.
You really say sorry to interrupt your story. Do you really say broad that often? I'm just being honest here. I've never heard somebody use that.
Not to them, but to the homies, exactly. Yeah.
To the homies, but Tyler, man, he had 10 shots. He was blackout drunk. Like, he was bad. I'm pretty sure he's actually an alcoholic though. And my friend Charles had 8 beers, and that was a lot for him, as he's kind of lightweight.
Yeah. But yeah, you think? But does he thinks? I mean, from your opinion with it as well, do you think something like once you're in the military is going to help you maybe be a little less dependent on that kind of stuff?
Right. I mean, most likely the first paycheck is going to get a beer. It's going to go to cigarettes, especially if you're out in the field, smoke them if you got them, kind of thing. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to be less dependent on vaping, because I have, vape. It's in my car. I mean, I'll get beer, whatever, and cigarettes, but at the end of the day, I mean, you can't like let it run your life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but definitely you think it's something like the military kind of helps for that kind of building that kind of resolve and self-control and that with that kind of stuff,
Right, for sure. I mean, they're gonna break you down whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't go in with a drug test. Like, you can't pass a drug test at all. Like, you shouldn't be doing acid or shrooms or anything like that.
Yeah, I'd assume. Yeah, don't do hard drugs before boot camp. I'd assume that.
Right. That
Good
would
thing
be
to know.
tough.
Yeah. Don't do jet or skooma.
Don't do what?
The jet or skooma.
My friend tried.
Did he try skooma? Did he try skooma, the thing from Skyrim?
My friend tried to get me to do whippets with him. but I was like, yeah, this isn't me.
What is Whippets? I don't even know what that is.
Whippets is a dog.
No, like,
Thank you, Evan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dog. What are you talking about?
Whippet is you just take nitrogen straight to the nose, and it kind of gets you high for like half an hour, I think.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, you never heard of Whippets?
No, I know, but like I use nitrogen all day, every day. It's like a natural thing for like inert atmosphere chemistry stuff.
Where do you
Like I literally have tanks of it, and you're saying just smelling it can get you high?
You're not.
I'm probably high half the time at work, and I don't even realize it.
Yeah, like what is it from? Like where do they get the nitrogen from?
I mean, they get it from like, this might be off base, but they get it from like CO2. You can like sniff it from CO2 canisters. You can't do it from.
That's not nitrogen.
Okay, well, you can't take it from aerosol cans or anything. But yeah, I mean, if you really want nitrogen in your system, you just like put it right up your nose hole.
Interesting.
And it's supposed to get you pretty high, I think. Don't do drugs though. Drugs are bad.
Don't do drugs are bad.
Right.
Yeah, no, CO2 canisters do have nitrogen in them. It's because CO2 is in the liquid state, so the rest of it is compressed with nitrogen.
Makes sense, yeah. I imagine some nitrogen would be in that, yeah.
You're so smart, Evan.
Okay, I'm not condoning drug use or using CO2 for that.
Evan is our Walter White.
I am not. My name is Dr. Walter White.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the video where he like says his address?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the Jesse Pinkman. Or maybe, who am I?
Okay.
I'm not Jesse Pinkman.
I don't know. I haven't seen the show. I'm a chemist and I haven't seen the show.
I'm the guy who likes minerals. Alec is the paraplegic son.
He has polio though. Sam.
Well, get ready, buddy.
Yeah, you got
polio.
Right. Yeah, well, I think we've gone for about an hour now, so.
I think so.
I think we've covered a lot of stuff. Not everything related to military. We've talked about Whippets and other weird stuff.
We do not condone the use of drugs on this podcast. Do not smoke nicotine. It is bad.
Yep, and as
alcohol is bad.
It has been bad. It's affected him. So look at
Whippets,
him now.
Right.
More like, no, thank you.
Look at how bad Alec looks right now. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I snorted coke before this, so it's fine. My heart hasn't beat in the last 3 minutes, so it's cool.
No, between us, I'm pretty high right now. So.
Okay,
that's not going in the video.
Cool. I'm glad it already ended. I'll just
cool.
cut that, I guess. You say between us, the video's recording.
All right, cool.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. This has been
all of that is gonna get cut out, but yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, don't worry about what you missed. But thank you for watching. We haven't done this in a while, so I'm glad we could. I'm glad we got Alec on. Since he's being deployed, I don't know how often we're gonna have him after this. But yeah, at least we got him on for this one. So, and I think it turned out pretty well. So, Alec, thank you for being here. Thank you for doing that. I don't think they can see you because I think it focuses on one camera at a time. So, did you want to say something?
Right. No, I mean, if we can do this at the anime convention and get Austin. Austin's pretty open. He's an open book. So, if you guys want to do something like that, I mean, we can talk about the anime convention together.
Yeah, we could have him on.
Yeah, we definitely will. That's a problem. So yeah, for the next episode, we're going to Animazement in Raleigh, North Carolina next week. We're all going to be there for it, and a friend of ours, and we're planning on doing an episode there as well. So we'll just probably do one in our Airbnb or something, just talking about it afterwards.
Even though we don't have a grill particularly, but that's okay.
Yeah, we don't have a grill.
We do not have a grill nor a kitchen.
He wanted to bring chili dogs like Sonic. I don't know.
And then
why.
he said, yeah, Austin, the guy we're going with, he's like, he grills a mean salmon. And I'm like, I don't know how many times I have to tell you that we do not have a grill. Okay, anyway.
Right, I mean, fuck. All right, I'm out.
We are all out.
Thank you for watching. You guys have a good one.
Bye. Bye, Max. Bye, Evan.
Oh, you're actually going to leave the meeting too? All right, then. I didn't expect that, but okay.
You really said, see ya.
I'm ending the recording now.
Okay.